Couple interesting things. I was having a conversation. This is my man Boom. He came out here for a little bit. If you didn't watch, go, please. Go, 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 go. Not right now. After the stream, go to Spotify. We dropped the podcast today, me and Boom. Just bantering, talked about a couple of topics. I really want to know your opinion on that. Because sometimes, I don't like the pod being too interview focused, but I do like doing interviews as well. But I want to know how you felt about like us just bullshitting, joking around, just kind of have a good time. So me and Boom, we did a podcast. Anyway, I don't know if we had this conversation on camera, but we definitely had that conversation in the car while we were driving to go film. He was like, yo, what do you think if Drake sold his catalog, it would be worth, right? Now, this also piggybacks off something else. And we're going to get to the Michael Jackson thing in a little bit, but let's go all the way down. And Lil Duval actually said something. Let me see if I can find it. Lil Duval said, where is it at? I know I got it. Damn, do I post this much? God damn. By the way, salute to all my like chat niggas who continually help me with content that I could post. I don't know if you guys think I do it all by myself, but like there's a lot of chat niggas who really sending stuff. Okay, Lil Duval said if Justin Bieber, one of the biggest artists out, sold his catalog for $2 million, that should tell you how much these rest of these folks be capping. Now, this is off of everybody claiming they're selling their catalog for a wild amount of money. So if you don't know, so Justin Bieber, 200 million. We're going to actually read this article because this is going to be a very interesting article. Let's go to Variety. Everybody cool? Let me just check on everybody in the chat. I have a Twitch chat, the Twitch chat on the screen, but I got to make sure your YouTube is good. Okay, I see YouTube is booling. Okay. Okay. Let's try to make sure everybody is good before, because I hate when y'all be like, yo, act don't read the chat like I'm like some type of hoe ass nigga, man. Like I'm just some type of hoe ass nigga, man. I wish I could sound like one of them Louisiana niggas, man. All right, cool. All right, bet. Great. All right, so, perfect. We're going to read this article because, I try to give like a little bit of like, also music education when you watch me. So, what Duval said was if Bieber sold his catalog for 200 million, he says, some of these niggas is capping. But the devil is in the details. A lot of times people don't understand the music business. And I'm not saying Duval don't, and I haven't even researched this yet, but we're going to look at it live. Let's go to the Variety article because we got to know what niggas is selling. So I keep telling you, like, a lot of times dudes are doing some of these deals for their publishing. Some are selling their masters or their portion of the masters. I'm going to try to help you help explain stuff in like nigga terms or just regular human terms, because I don't even know why they made even the music industry even sound so complicated. It's really simple, right? But I think they made it complicated that it could take advantage of artists. As expected, Justin Bieber sold his music rights to a Blackstone-backed hypnosis song Capital for north of 200 million. The company has announced news of the impending deal, which has been rumored for weeks, was widely reported last month. The deal includes Bieber's share of his publishing and recorded music catalog, Bieber's interest in his publishing copyrights, including the writership, the performance, masters, recordings, and neighboring rights for his entire back catalog, compromising 290 titles before December 31st, 2021. Okay? All right. Let me be honest about this deal, right? Because I think we all think Bieber is a very big deal. I don't know if can I pull up Spotify right here? It's going to help me. Spotify, Justin Bieber. Give me a second. Should be able to pop up. Okay, perfect. Here we go. He's had some fucking huge songs. Look, let me make this a little bit smaller. I can see it. Anytime you see about 1 billion streams on Spotify, those are songs probably eligible to be close to diamond. So look, he has a lot of songs. Look, I'll do see more. A lot of songs. That's why people are saying, how is he only getting 200 million? Like if Future got like 75, how is he getting 200 million? Right? And not that he probably dropped more songs in Future, but like, look, he has 68 million monthly listeners. Like, what the fuck is going on? Right? Now I'm gonna click on one of these songs. Okay, let's click on Baby. Everybody knows that song, Baby, right? Perfect. And this is another reason why I like, oh, it won't show me this shit. Oh, it won't show. Oh, I gotta log in. All right. I'll do it even easier. I'll go to Wikipedia. Justin Bieber Wikipedia. And I'm going to try to make this very short because, sometimes I feel like I'm giving like a lecture and some of y'all care and some of y'all don't give a fuck. The important thing to know when you're thinking about what niggas could possibly sell is, all right, let me just say this, right? All of these dudes, I don't care if it's Bieber or anyone else, they don't own their shit. Like the music business is all predicated on you don't owning your shit. It don't matter if you're a huge artist. It's predicated on you not owning your shit. It's actually worse for a pop artist because they drop less albums. It's better for a Future and a Youngboy because they're getting out of their deals like this because a lot of these dudes sign 4-album deals. How long does it take Bieber to drop 4 albums? Let's go to his discography, right? So let's say his first fucking deal was like a 4-album type situation. Let's go to his discography. God damn. This motherfucker got everything. Discography. Okay, discography. Bingo. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He dropped 6 albums in 10 years. Because he's a pop artist, he doesn't drop that frequently. Now he's probably dropped, I don't know if he's dropped mixtape. No, there's just albums. Now he's done collabs this and third, but these are his albums. If you ask me, probably 4 or 5 of these are under the first contract he ever signed. Now, maybe they probably are nice. Well, not even nice, but like, the guy's making a shit ton of money. If you have him on a rookie contract, you probably just up the terms, like, for example, say the second album, say you signed him for, I don't know, who did he sign to? Did he sign to Akon or something like that? Right? And by the way, we got to look at where that goes through. Basically, like, I'm going to make this really short because I know some of y'all are bored with, really the really nitty gritty of the music industry. He probably renegotiated once or twice, but he's still in that long contract. Here's the point. And it's the same thing going like Meg Thee Stallion and shit like that, right? But as I said, hip hop artists produce music quicker and drop albums more frequently when it comes than pop acts, right? Because also hip hop artists do mixtapes and then they fight tooth and nail to try to get those to count as albums, right? Here's the thing. Bieber signed a record deal. It's no way he owned any of his masters. And I know people act like it's only black artists that get screwed. Every artist gets screwed. When he signed, he definitely don't own his masters, right? And he probably re-upped, like maybe around the 3rd album, and maybe he owns like, I don't know, let's say at best half of the masters with the label. So the reason why he's not getting $1 billion, because the streams would say he should get a shit ton of money. He's not going to get $1 billion because he don't own it. You don't own it. Why are they giving him the money? He don't own the shit. You only pay who owns the shit. That's the point. So for anybody who cares about ownership and shit like that, it comes into effect now. There's these big companies and conglomerates that's going around and they're giving out these huge deals. They're like, we want your catalog, Future. We want this. By the way, a lot of them are Chinese based and they're actually overseas based, which if you've seen that spa balloon, they're buying up real estate in America. They're taking over TikTok, and they're buying up all the music. By the way, they own a Chinese company named Tencent. Chinese company. Tencent. They bought a piece of UMG, which is the biggest label that signs Drake. Look, Tencent buys UMG. They bought Tencent. So a Chinese company officially owns 20% of Universal Music Group. Who's on a Universal? Drake, Kendrick, Taylor Swift, Post Malone, The Weeknd. As I'm saying, be warned. Be warned. Be warned. Be warned. China China. Okay, anyway. For whatever reason, I don't know the play yet. I'm looking into it. I'm trying to talk to people, trying to figure out what the play is for this. Because they're getting funded billions of dollars to go to individual artists to buy their whole catalog. Right? There's a bunch of groups doing it. I don't know. Let me go back to Variety because we're going to try to be fact-based. I don't know if this is Chinese, though. I'm going to be honest. To Blackstone-backed hypnosis capital. You see, you always got to Google shit. Google shit. You got to figure out what the fuck it is. Okay, this is a UK investment company. Here we go. It's a UK investment company offering blah, blah. Okay. So it's a UK company. So all this tells me that we're getting international plays where people are doing venture capitals, big little, investment companies are buying up hip hop and I want to say just US artists' rights. Why? Interesting to think about, right? Just think about that. A lot of them are Chinese companies, but this one is particularly in the UK company. Now, again, to counter what my man Duval was saying, Bieber don't own most of his shit. That's why he's getting 200. Remember, usually when you sign to a label, they own the entire master. A normal record contract, you sign away your masters, but you get royalties, and you get advances, and you get a publishing. You get publishing. Usually, if back in the day, Diddy and them. If you wonder why Diddy and them, no disrespect to Diddy. Hopefully, if he sees this, don't think I'm dissing him. If you wonder how these niggas got so rich, they used to take artists publishing. Like the publishing used to just be for the label. Now it's kind of frowned upon. Like if you're taking someone's publishing, people have realized the publishing. Your kid's supposed to go to the mailbox and get those checks. If like for example, me and Boom, we riding in the car, we listen to that song, "Return of the Mac." Return, you know that song? Mark Morrison. If you look at his catalog, that's the only song really he got. Every nigga, the Fetty Wap done sampled it. Chris Brown done sampled it. Post Malone done sampled it. There's like a million songs that sampled it. Now, that song has about 300 million plays on Spotify. Granted, it's a very historic song. I think it came out in like 74, so it probably did the numbers already. But here's where publishing comes in. Everybody will keep sampling that song because it's a classic song. That one song alone will feed generations of his family. Every quarter, they're going to go to the mailbox and probably pick up a check for, who knows, hundreds of thousands, maybe millions. Especially if a new song sampled it recently. So this is how it shows how one song could feed a fucking generation of people. That's how important a song is. Now, if you don't own the publishing, well, he not getting the money. That's how important owning your publishing is, right? So what they used to do to artists is that the label owner would take the majority of your publishing and give you an extra check. So you signed for $250,000. He said, all right, well, how about I give you an extra $250,000 and I own your publishing? You don't even know what publishing is. You don't know that if you get a big song that everybody for now till forever will ever fucking, sample, that's how you're going to get paid. You sign off with Diddy, said, okay, take my publishing, but give me the extra $250,000. Okay, dummy. You got $500,000 now, and now you made a song that's the biggest song ever. You get paid in the moment, but Diddy and, everybody else who's, shake that at the Bad Boy Mansion and Carisha, they're eating off that publishing check. That's how it goes. So anyway, I only say this because I'm not trying to down on Bieber, but Bieber probably don't own much of his shit. Okay, let's just be honest, right?